Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Miami, Ohio Redhawks, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Redhawks... Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Miami, Ohio Redhawks, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Sooners will put total weather to crank us up. Touchback, the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Miami, Ohio's offense will... work first. And David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game, like we've seen throughout his career, when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll try the left side. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Redhawks will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll take it on the return. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will try to get... started with their first possession. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last...
Breaks into the open. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Sooners just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Owens. Grab near the sticks. It's Jefferson. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Getting the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always... They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Pulls it, fired complete. He goes out of bounds, couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Red Hawks want to move quickly. Guys, let's talk about the Red Hawks. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25 is not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, In the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Red Hawks are flying down the field.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try the run. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. And the Red Hawks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Snags it quickly on the left. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. At the 35, oh my goodness, he's still moving. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Sooner! Great job by the back on the option. You want to make sure this Boomer Sooner crowd gets it going early. That is one way to get it done.
And we get to break out the Sooner Schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up. Everybody gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. And when these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Virginia Tech delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Logan Thomas, Tyrod Taylor, and the great Michael Vick used to do it.
Under fire.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. The Red Hawks headed quickly to the line. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. And the Red Hawks will line up to punt it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Makes the grab. It's Jefferson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. He'll pull it on the read. At the 20, he's got space. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. The give on the option. Plows through the defense. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Takes a handoff. It's Clark. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Give to the running back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Wheeler. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
The Red Hawks will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Off the play fake on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. Turning it on! Touchdown, Sooners! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Red Hawks offense heads to the field. Starts a drive trying to go up top. There's still plenty of time. There he goes. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Red Hawks.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse did. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Looking for a man, it's Owens. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
The Sooners send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
He's got it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Guys, we'll see what this Red Hawks offense can get done this time. Caught over the middle. It's Hilton. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Red Hawks will hustle to the line. Let's talk for a second about Miami of Ohio. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, man, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
The Red Hawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Fighting off the defender.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Looking for a gap. It's gone. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Bully ball on 3rd and short. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Redhawks are moving quickly down the field.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to And
the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Hilton. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Redhawks will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. To me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Rides the back on the option, the give. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. Looking to throw, it's Owens. He gets it inside the 40, but he stopped at the 39, and that's not quite enough for the first down. Tries to get it on the ground. Running into the open space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Off play action. Here's the pressure. Makes a connection. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Rides the back and leaves it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Gives it on the option. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Boise State is in front. They played awfully well today, and while there's no Kellen Moore out there, this group is fighting. They're up by a field goal over Air Force.
They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Goff.
Any change in momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds his man. It's Wheeler. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Redhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Unloads to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Wheeler. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Wants to throw again. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Sends it downfield. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Oh, he got loose. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Still on his feet at the 35. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Sooners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The short hands, it's Jefferson.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback.
There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Under fire. Got it behind the line. It's Clark. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Owens. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Touchdown Sooners! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And as time runs out here in the second quarter, the offense doesn't want to make this deficit any bigger, so they'll take the knee and head to the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Owens. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Sooners lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Trips left, one wide receiver to the right on 2nd and 9. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Sooners will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Taylor. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Catch in the middle. It's Hilton. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Sooners come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Surging forward on the sneak. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd down.
Got a man. It's Jefferson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Owens. A strike downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Today's game in football, it's about getting your speedsters in space. Why? Because you let them do the rest. You get them the football quickly, let them break tackles. You see so many times them making plays after the catch. So hard to stop.
The Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And it's 3rd and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but we got to understand the shortness of the field down here and what I can get off quickly. I can't take sacks. I want to give myself that opportunity on 4th down to have a really manageable situation if I want to go for it.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Red Hawks moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call.
Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Quick tempo here for the offense.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens. You could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And the Red Hawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Throwing right. That's reeled in. It's Wheeler. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Red Hawks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll off one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's loose. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
One final quarter to play, and a W in the win column at stake as we open the fourth. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He's got the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Now on first down from the 30. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's gone. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Red Hawks want to crank the tempo.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
That's caught. It's Hilton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Hilton. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Red Hawks will have it 1st and 10.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hilton. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Finds his tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Miami. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Owens. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Jefferson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Gives it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. He'll keep it himself. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. He'll pull it on the read. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking for room. It's Clark. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
The Sooners decide to punt it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Red Hawks offense heads to the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hilton. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry. But they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Got his man downfield. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Shakes off the defender. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Punt is on its way. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it in the middle. It's Hilton. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need to...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Red Hawks want to pick up the tempo.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Caught over the middle. It's Wheeler. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Owens. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll send the tight end in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on! It's a fumble! Defense grabs the football, and there he goes! Wants to throw on 1st down. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
They'll go back to the ground. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other,